Hey y'all, let's pull a reading, shall we? Gonna do a little bit of a love reading today. Remember that most of the readings that I do are completely timeless, and so when you find this, you're meant to find it. But also, remember that all readings, no matter who the reader, no matter when, for the history of time, there has never been a reading done that didn't include some bias and influence from the reader. So keep that in mind. I can't explain anything to you that doesn't come from my experience or my interpretation or feeling. So same with all readers, and if they tell you otherwise, they are up to something. So I want to do a little love reading. Specifically, I want to, well, the question that I posed to the universe was, who loves you now? Who loves you now, baby? So, bottom card is the Hierophant. That's really auspicious. The first thing that comes to mind is that you're learning to love yourself, that there's doors and pathways and secrets and surfaces opening to you that allow you to love yourself more deeply and in a way that you didn't before. So that's the bottom card. If that's the bottom card, what do we have going on? And if it says that the universe is the one to love you, I'm going to go to bed. Okay. Okay, I think it's going to be 4 cards. We'll see. Queen of Wands. The 3 of Pentacles. The Knight of Swords. The World. All right. I'm just going to show you what's underneath all that. The 6 of Pentacles. The 7 of Swords. The Knight of Pentacles. We can go all the way through the deck if we want to, but there's a lot of action. You know, the question was, who loves you now? There's a lot of action. There's a lot of decisiveness. There's a lot of thought. There's not a lot of love right now. Well, you know what? I'm going to use the Santa Muerte deck to go ahead and explain what's going on here. I mean, the Queen of Swords is the only hope. She's our only hope. And the world, of course, but typically that 4th card is a message directly, like it's not a where are you at, what's going on situation. The 4th card has generally been a direction from the universe, whether it's a warning or suggestion or what have you. Let's pull on the Queen of Swords. Wild, absolutely wild. I'm really drawn to the flowers on the Queen of Swords. Those flowers right there, they kind of look like roses, so maybe that's why I'm drawn to them. I do get a little bit of a feeling like there's a desire to give. There is a desire to gift something, and that's not even the right word. There's a desire to not share even. There's a desire and an intention to express through physical things, through material possessions. There's a desire to express themselves. This person wants to express themselves through their material wealth. And whether that's buying flowers for you or a Rolex, that's what it is. I think it's a good intention. And they really want to take action on this, and they really want, there's gold involved for some of you, there's flowers involved for some of you, there's property involved for some of you, but I think I don't know, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a Five of Wands here. It feels a little confused, and I feel like the obsession over if this is the right thing to do, or exactly how to show you and what material possessions to give to you or share with you. I feel like it's almost an offering. And so the bottom is the Page of Wands. Yeah, and that's where this hesitation is coming from. Yeah. I told you if there was any card that had the love in it, it was this one. Fuck, you guys, I haven't sworn on this channel in like 2 weeks. But holy fucking shit. Come on now. This deck, I swear to God, she likes to clarify. The Ten of Wands. Yeah, and giving me the Two of Cups and the Lovers doesn't really help. I mean, like, I know how y'all love to see the Two of Cups and see the Lovers card. This is a great Lovers card with the Santa Muerte deck. Beautiful, right? But I know y'all love to see him in readings, especially about love, right? But truthfully, it doesn't help me much because we're already in it. We're in it. We're talking about that. I already told you the Queen of Swords is the card that has the love in it and behind it. And this is what's coming out at me for those reasons. And it's just like affirming what I was telling you. So what I already told you about that gift. This Lover's card, I am like, the key is very important. I hesitate to say this, but there might, let me just say, if the lock and key resonates with you, if you said it or they said it or whatever, then this is your validation here that this reading is for you as well. The Ten of Wands. So the Ten of Wands is the card that actually helps me with this, because I feel like there's been a great deal of vulnerability expressed. I don't know if it's been recent. I don't know if it was in the past, but it was never explored. I don't know if it caused a separation. There was so much vulnerability that it was too much and you separated. I don't know why. And it could, again, this could be with a soulmate, significant other. That's what I'm drawing, but it could also be with a deeper soulmate of a friend or a family member. But this is a vulnerability that was too much. Maybe you trauma dumped on each other. I'm just saying, for example, perhaps some of you trauma dumped on each other and you had a night and you were drinking and you just told each other everything. And then the next morning it's like that vulnerability hangover, and then either things were never the same or you parted ways or for whatever reason. I see that here. And I think that they want to make up for it. And the only way that they really know how to make up for it is sharing something physical in the material world. But I also feel like one of the reasons they've hesitated to do that, I remember how I said they're hesitating because it's not it's just not right, or they're taking too long, or they don't know what to do, or they don't know if it's going to be enough. It's because that it's really not enough. It's the love and the vulnerability that's there, and deep down they know that a material, like, these crows, for example. I mean, there's a reason that I picked the crows deck. The crows give gifts. The crows will, if you feed a crow multiple times and it befriends you, sometimes they bring little gifts back, shiny little pieces of foil or bottle caps or whatever, right? So it's that, it's the gesture that matters. And it's really all that they know how to do. And I think they really want to do it. I'm seriously seeing like orders for flowers placed online, and it's like in the shopping cart and the credit card's even in there, but they haven't pressed complete order. Like they've intended to send flowers to you. But they also don't want to offend you, because they don't want it to be like it's more than that. And they don't want to come off seeming cliche, kind of, but there's just so much more that they know they can't escape not talking about it. And that's where it's like a gesture isn't enough. There's so much love there. This is really stupid, powerful connection. Like 3 of Pentacles. And I did not shuffle very long, but here we are. We have the Hermit on the bottom. Yeah. Strength. The 8 of Swords. Yeah, there's been a lot of contemplation over this connection. A lot of contemplation. A lot of thinking. A lot of reevaluating, a lot of not nostalgia, but literally going through the past with this sort of like laser vision. And suddenly this person is seeing things differently, maybe taking a little bit of responsibility for how things went down. The problem with this is there really isn't enough time for this contemplation. And so the only way that it can really accelerate in the resolution, right, in writing these visions, in making things right, is through conversation with you. And that's the problem. And I don't think they know that yet. I don't think that this person has recognized that contemplation isn't enough. There's part of them that still thinks that they're going to figure this out in a way that justifies your separation. But it's not happening. I don't think inevitably in the end it will happen. They can try to fool themselves into coming up with a logical explanation, but it's not really. Oh, it's heavy. This is heavy energy, y'all. Knight of Swords. Why is the Knight of Swords here? There's just such a strong connection here. There's just such power. I don't think you or this person knows how powerful you would be together. Like if you got together and you just really buckled down to learn about each other, to open up yourselves, and to make the connection into a 3D real relationship, I don't think either one of you know how powerful that relationship would be. Like how it's like supernatural. Like it would like I don't know what the comic book references that I could use for this, because I don't really pay attention to that kind of thing, but it is really almost like twin powers unite. Like like the two of you independently are such powerful forces in the world, and between character, between independence, and then when you come together, it's like, you know, you're greater than the sum of your parts. It's almost like 1 + 1 = 100. Okay. Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords. What is this going on? You know, there's a little bit of metaphor to this Knight of Swords in the Crow's deck, because the foal, yearling, whatever, the horse, no matter what age, you know, he looks like he's blind. And that's a great metaphor for the Knight of Swords, because they're full of action and animation and forward movement and truth-telling and this great ambition. But sometimes that can blind them a little bit. And they're not the Queen and the King of Swords. So, and not all, you know, what I'm saying is that also people have different versions of the truth. So, you know, the Knight of Swords truth, as the knight is out there doing these things, telling the truth, being in action, fighting for what's right, and his version of truth slowly changes throughout time, and he gets back to the King and the Queen of Swords, right? I'm using like a, you know, like a war battle analogy, right? But he gets back to the Queen and the King of Swords, and he explains what he's done, and the truth of what he's been seeking is different from what his mission was when he was ordered to go out by the King and Queen. Anyway, people's versions of the truth are different, and the sooner that you sort of come to terms with that and accept that, life becomes a lot more peaceful. It doesn't hurt any less, but it becomes less volatile in your heart, because, you know, people understand things differently. So there's not just one truth, unfortunately. It's all in our perspective. When you're aligned with someone, at least you understand where they're coming from, and you love them for where they're coming from. All right. So it doesn't give anybody an excuse to do bad behavior. I'm just saying, you know. All right. The Knight of Swords is taking a sweet ass time. So let's pull out something out of the card that gives me humor and life, because, oh, the universe loves that. So it's very interesting because the pull of that card, well, I had a fly away. It's the Two of Swords. The pull of that card for me is the crow at the top. And then you've got these little sort of not crowish birds, which you don't see in all of these cards in this deck. You've got a little canary maybe, and a little robin, I think. Finally. The Ten of Pentacles. The Eight of Wands. Yeah. What did I... It's really funny, isn't it? I'm sorry, but like, I just knew that I needed to start a channel when I started pulling readings like this, you know, where what I was telling you based on one card just comes out in the clarifiers. And we were just talking about, you know, somebody's truth. There's also, you know, the truth that you hear on the Seven of Pentacles. There's also the truth that you hear as you've become, you know, not everybody is a good person, right? Let's just get that out there. Some people are really terrible. And from a perspective of a psychologist, you have empathy for those people because that doesn't come out of a vacuum. Just like tarot readings, being a sociopath doesn't come out of nowhere, right? And so you have empathy for how those people became the way that they are, but still, you don't want to be in the same room with them. And I'm not saying your person's a sociopath, but so the communication here, let's not forget, we have the 10 of Pentacles here. There's a little bit of there's a tiny little twist of ego-based rationale. Ego-based rationale that says, well, I am wonderful. This person is like, this is the dialogue, the inner dialogue the person is having. I am wonderful. I am smart, funny, beautiful, sexy. I could have anyone I want. And so, you know, they are crazy for not bowing down to me. Honestly, that's a little bit, just a tiny little bit here. And that's part of this truth that they're telling themselves. This part of this truth that they're literally taking action on. So when they step out in a crowd of people, or when they walk down the street, part of the Delulu dialogue that helps them move through the universe with confidence and charisma is, I'm wonderful, and anyone, you know, should bow to me, and you know, anyone should chase me, and that type of thing. Okay. It might even, you know, for maybe they are beautiful, maybe they're wonderful, and maybe they could have anybody they want. But that kind of, well, you know, I mean, it doesn't take a psychologist to see that that's a little insecure. Okay. The world. In this case, I very much get that the Knight of Swords, his King of Swords and Queen of Swords, but mostly the King of Swords, is the universe. And so how things get twisted and how the message in his ego and his mission in life becomes sidetracked is the influence of that negative energy on his shoulder, or the trauma that they've endured, or the core programming that they had when they were children. Whether it was they weren't good enough, or whether they were amazing, the best, or whether, you know, they just saw some really crazy shit. That can affect people in all kinds of different ways. Wow. This is the world. Woo, I'm pulling up multiple cards here. The world is definitely going to be advice from the universe for you. I know that already by the way the cards are reacting. Take another, yeah, okay. Yeah. All right, so the Five of Wands is actually at the bottom of the world. We have the Queen of Pentacles. We have Santa Muerte. And we have the Knight of Cups. Don't get lost in this. Whoever this person is, whoever you think they are, definitely, I think when we pull up tarot readings that are love readings, we do it with someone in mind, right? So nobody comes to a tarot channel and watches a reading, a love reading, who doesn't have a person in mind, or I don't know, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not judging, but the message from the universe here for you, this is your person, this is for you. Don't get in your own head about it. You have much, much bigger things, bigger ways for you to grow than to worry about this person. So, yeah, you know, I mean, read it, watch a tarot reading, think about it, digest it, process it. If this person comes forward, if this person offers you a little piece of foil or a bottle cap, then consider it, you know, and understand where they're coming from and how, what is motivating them, especially as we go to the Queen of Swords. Rewind if you forgot. So that's the message from the universe, is that you have so much potential, power, future, purpose that is going to still grow and develop and evolve even without this person. I think there's an element of this person that will be stuck until it's sorted out with you, whether they're with you, you know, in this lifetime, or whether you just figure each other out in person. But you're going to be fine regardless of what they figure out. That's not to say you should just like shun them and, you know, not accept the 5 dozen roses that they send you, but just have confidence. Don't get in your head too much. Don't get in the 5 of Wands. Don't overthink, overcomplicate, over concern, lose sleep over the person, because you have the world, baby. I mean, I asked the universe who loves you. The universe does. And I told you that I'd just go to bed when we found out that that's what we were going to find out. But you have incredible potential and love, not just from yourself and not just from the universe, but you have, you know, maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but you have other love in the universe that can help you grow. Yeah. This person is a very special person. So I get it. I really do. But try and not get into your head too much about it. Thank you so much for watching this reading. If you like this and you made it to the end, please like. You can share. You can subscribe. I would love it. And yeah, I'll try to do more readings like this. It's deep. This is heavy stuff, you guys. So if you're in this connection, it's it's going to continue whether you participate in it or not. When you're doing your own thing, that connection is still here. And even if you hate this person right now, the connection's still there. Okay. The love is still there. It's almost like a third entity. Just like in happy marriages, like you've got two individuals and you treat the marriage as a separate entity that you both work on. Anyway, it's kind of like that. It's kind of like this universal, karmic, timeless soul connection, right? That you both get to experience, and not everybody does. So if this resonates with you, then you're pretty damn lucky. Bye, y'all.